The last 200 years or so have been incredibly divisive and incredibly violent. And race is part of that story. In fact, race is a quite central actor in that story. To me, that leads to some responsibility for all of us in dealing with racism, trying to understand where we sit within that history and how do we move forward as a community taking that history seriously.
Where people are able to speak up and speak out, they should do so. That has a powerful effect. People are free to exercise their free speech in rejecting racism. You can also report racism when you see it occurring. If it involves something that has a criminal character, then it should be reported to police and to authorities. You can also report racism in non-criminal forms. So if you experience racial discrimination, you can consider lodging a complaint with a body such as the Australian Human Rights Commission. And finally, as an individual, you can always give support to those who are on the receiving end of racism. This is something that we don't always bear in mind or consider as an important response, but it is. Being able to tell someone that you're on their side, that you have solidarity with them, that you don't endorse any ugliness that occurs, can be a very powerful statement you can make as a person to racism.
Well, I think it's our own responsibility to jump on racism when we hear it, and to not be offended by it when you are called out on it, because we can be so unconscious of our biases and of our privileges, and it's important that we do continue to question and get to know the history, get to know the current context through an accurate lens.
Whatever you choose to walk past, you support. Well, if you want to end it, then stop ignoring things.
It's not really good enough to think, I'm not racist and that's my job done. Being passive about something like this isn't going to help, because it still means it exists in society, and I think that is when it can grow and really take hold. I think everyone has to take responsibility for racism, knowing that it exists and actively trying to combat it in whatever way they can within their sphere of influence.
Educating people, more education, and I think starts at a young age also.
Our immediate response, not just deliberate racism, but shying away from someone or not making eye contact, or there's a whole lot of things that we do that I think we're not aware of that are really detrimental, and I think being aware of those things is the first step.